in the year of our Lord.
When you roar, the dead will rise.
My name is Johnnie Hughes. I'm here with Helen and for good morning. Wearing your coat of many colors. Coat of many colors.
Indeed.
You are
morning.
Josephina. Or Josephine.
Josephine, as we like to say.
Josephia.
Everything's some. Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
Charlie, how you doing?
I'm all right. How did you sleep?
Well, I slept well.
Your mini-me didn't wake you up last night?
No, he's going to school today, so he behaved himself.
We love
Surprisingly, he knows when he's going to school and when he's not going to school.
Okay.
So he's very much aware. I'm sure the school tells them, tomorrow there will be no school. So when he comes home, 11 p.m. in Anonym.
Lovely.
Action. Well, let's get some weather updates from Felicity Hafianya, who's joined us on the phone line now. Felicity, good morning. Thank you very, very much indeed for your time. How are you doing?
Good morning, Johnnie and Helen. I am doing pretty better today than yesterday.
We're happy to hear that, as always. Now, you tell me, what are we to expect by way of weather today?
Yeah, thanks so much, and good morning to our dear listeners. For today, Tuesday, we expect it to be cloudy this morning over the extreme coast. Later, we expect the sun to set in. And we expect similar conditions across the 16 region, but some areas are still experiencing misty conditions. Those of us around Gosu, Sunyani, by sunrise, we expect it to lift to partly cloudy, sunny for the whole 16 region. Temperatures will be as high as 32 for Kasuaba. Those of us in Accra, our temperatures will be around 33. If you are traveling to Kumasi today, we expect temperatures around 34. Likewise, Obuasi and its environs. For the north, we expect temperatures to be around 37, 38 degrees Celsius. By late afternoon, we are having 30 to 40% chance of rain and thunder for Kasua today and part of Accra. We are expecting Obuasi, Takwa, Kumasi, Tamale, Yendi also is on our forecastable for rain this afternoon. That's going to be in the evening. So let's watch out by our afternoon and then evening forecast. We will confirm 8. In terms of the state of the sea, it's expected to be rough. We are having just some patches of rain and thunder clouds. Fisher folks can navigate if they need be. For the water lake this morning, it's pretty cool for fishing activities until late afternoon into the evening, where we are expecting the 30-40% chance of rain to occur over Kufuridua, Achimda. Those of us around the eastern portions of the water lake here, we expect those areas to have that. So as usual, if the clouds are becoming darker, the wind speeds are picking, they just have to pack off and then relax and resume another time. So this is going to be for today.
I see. Now, the children are going back to school today. Should their parents be worried? Should they be okay, relaxed? What should they be doing?
Today, our charts are predicting fair weather over most areas, except some portions in the eastern, greater Accra and parts of the north that are having rain. But it's going to be in the late afternoon into the evening hours. That means that most of the children will be, it will be closing time for most of them, so no need to worry that much. If it's going to result into massive rain and thunder that will move through, we will let them aware ahead of the time. But for today, we are not expecting that at all to happen.
I see. Felicity, I thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. We're grateful.
Thank you too.
Great, and have a nice day. Great. That's Felicity Hafianya there joining us on the phone line with some weather updates.
Achichidia wode boko na beko na woni mse wonka 20 feet enti mesere fa wonto mabo media no na yemba mpesi kakre bi na yendi edi twemo wa wo hwene ya mefe fe ma no wana me jimi ya bete jeje me so na wodi mse wonko na mepe be chance ye pe wa chenye ne Memuhinde, Atana Yumwe, Odama Kumenina Wonkwa, Adrinjini Adodonkwa, Aveda Huane Atetenkwa, Odama Kumenina Wonkwa, Adrinjini Adodonkwa, Aveda.
You are a major stakeholder in nation building. Your voice matters. Start your day with us.
We simplify the conversations, we break down the jargons and technicalities, we keep you well informed throughout the week. Start your day with us.
Knowledge is power. We put you in the know of the happenings in Ghana and the world over. The main reason why you need to start your day with us.
We give the leaders the mandate to govern our affairs. We have a responsibility to hold them to account. It begins.
Shake Me. Did you ever play Shake Me in school?
Which one is Shake Me?
You don't know Shake Me.
Oh, maybe it's called something else. Which one is this
Shake Me? Oh, please, those of you who know Shake Me, tag us on Twitter at 3FM927. Hashtag is 3FM Sunrise. Shake. You don't know Shake Me.
What is Shake Me?
Shake Me. Do you know Zanzama? You don't know Zanzama
No,
too?
Zanzama is the one that you use a device, like a plastic cone, and then you spark it on the floor.
No. That one is not Zanzama. You don't know Shake Me. You don't know Zanzama.
Which one? Shake Me.
You don't know Bonimao.
Pardon?
Bonimao.
No.
You don't know Chindown.
What?
You don't know that? You don't know Pitinge?
Philomena Pitinge.
Yeah, there's a game called Pitinge.
Wrong number.
You don't know. You know Alikoto?
Alikoto is the one with the plastic device.
Yes.
I know that
one is Alikoto.
Yes.
But you don't know Shake Me.
I don't know Shake
Charlie. No. We have to organize. Yeah, we have to organize Zongo games for you because there'll be blood inside you. You plenty too much.
Oh, no, I'm from the streets.
No, it's okay. Don't come and enjoy. Leave us to be on our countryside. We beg you. Leave us where you found us. We beg you. Allow us to be in our Zongo.
I'm from the streets, baby.
We are begging you.
Ghetto side.
We are begging you. We are children of God begging you.
Right.
Daily Guide this morning says Japanese PM arrives in Ghana to deepen ties. Also, government working to ease economic challenges of workers. 119 Galamsey cases in court nationwide. Also, Alan Sheikh's NPP with a Drew was walking in Accra. Last Saturday, the traffic was massive around Jamestown area. NPP Canada roots for Joe Gate. Also, the Daily Graphic this morning, it says we'll protect incomes, pensions of workers. President assures organized labor. Well, he did assure in the past. We have not seen it. 727 on trial for Galamsey, according to the Attorney General, and 10 Cathedral into hospital. TUC tells government UN signed $517 million worth of development agreement. Helen?
All right, I've got the Finder newspaper and the Energy Digest this morning. I can break the 8 and unite citizenry for growth. You have Alan Tremanting hot on the campaign trail there. EPA boss calls on National Chief Imam to lead crusade for environmental safety. Many subscribers angry as they discover unknown phone numbers linked to their Ghana cards. This has been a worrying development of people complaining about all sorts going on with the Ghana card and the SIM registration and people being able to link their numbers to your card. Something that's going
on. Some numbers and names being registered, when it wasn't theirs, their numbers being used and all of that. I think that is the point where we want to see that same attitude of the Minister for Communications in the past, Esloso Kufu, who told us, well, we will block the SIMs, we will do this, give us a deadline, all of that. She needs to come to Anta and speak to us because at this point it looks like Nkoye,
there was that.
And you see, what hurts me is that all of this registration and the stress and your SIM will be blocked and all of the threats that happened was to ensure that we don't have this. Now we have spent all the money, wasted all the time, spent man hours queuing, spent man hours trying to chase our Ghana cards. Some don't have the Ghana cards and all of that. And this is what we have? Come on.
It's not good enough, especially for the strife that Ghanaians went through. I had my elderly auntie queuing at all sorts of hours in the morning only to get this. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that.
And that's because she perhaps is a pensioner, so she can afford the time. You and I mean, we can't. I mean, I know, for example, that one of the telcos came all the way here to register us. And when I checked after they had gone, I wasn't still registered. They came for a second time, a mop-up. That was when I got registered. But I am sure I went through the process. In fact, I took photos and videos.
And still, the system wasn't soundproof, foolproof.
So what's going on?
Hopefully, we can get some resolution to that. We'll keep our eye out on that. But also on the front page of the Finder newspaper, government will protect incomes, pensions, welfare, well-being of workers a priority. That's coming from the president. Finally, the Energy Digest, Energy Commission certifies some 14,000 electricians. Ghana signs new power purchase agreement, and government plans NPA Act amendment. Ghana's carbon market ripe for investment.
Okay, we will protect incomes, pensions of workers. President Nanado. It's a story from Gilbert Mauli Agbe. President Nanado, that's on page 24 of the Daily Graphic. President Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo has assured organized labor of government's commitment to protection of their incomes and pensions of workers. During last year's celebrations at the Independence Square, I assured you, that's a quote from him, I assured you of the government's commitment to protect jobs, income, and pensions of workers. Not only did the government demonstrate it in the course of the year, but it actually proceeded to improve upon the existing incomes and workers, incomes of workers and pensions, he said. This is what the president has said to us. But you know that the president was also part of the people who told us that there will be no haircuts.
That is right.
And that forget the naysayers and all of that. He has not come back to eat his words, because now his cousin, who is a finance minister, is bent on touching the pensions of organized labor and everybody, pension bondholders and individual bondholders.
That's right.
And for the president to give this assurance, I'm sure that people would have taken it with a pinch of salt. That, look, you assured us, you told us you would not give us a haircut. It appears we have all gotten a haircut that we didn't ask for, that we are not happy about. And he's still talking and promising the people that, well, you will not get a haircut.
I mean, speaking of which, to say that you're going to protect pensioners, there's a communique here from the Pension Bond Holders Forum. They say that come 8th May, they will be resuming the picketing because of the attitude of government. They feel as though they're being punished for not availing themselves the DDEP, and the bonds are not being paid at the time which they're supposed to be paid. So that's also another worrying development that is brewing in the back, because they were exempted from the recent domestic debt exchange program by the finance minister. And you recall that even at the time when they were wanting that firm assurance, there was this reaction from government that we've exempted you, why are you still here? And the pension bondholders said, no, we want you to explicitly tell us, say it to us so that we know, because we know your characteristics. Today is A, tomorrow is B. Today is gold for oil, tomorrow is gold and cash for oil. Today it's no haircuts, today is back bush. Slide trim.
Back bush or half bowl.
Punky do something.
Listen.
What they get paid to do, where they can cut on expenditure, they can cut on waste. They have not even come to prove to us where they've identified wastage and what is being done about it. You and I, you walk around and you see a lot of waste all along. And you don't want to do anything, and you want me to take a haircut. I don't know. With a little bit of hair left on my head, I want it on my head. I'm not going to take a haircut. And I'm not encouraging any Ghanaian to take a haircut. Patriotism is on various levels, and I think most of us have already chalked 99% of patriotism at this time in our lives. So don't let some young whippersnapper come and tell us to cut our expenditure and things like that. And it's not even as if most pensioners are living in luxury. All they've done is to shore up their monies in such a way that that added to their if they are earning pensions from their former places of employment, how they can have room to maneuver. Who said old age has to end up in poverty? It shouldn't. And it is because of that people invested. And so, because a long time ago, an auntie of mine, who everybody used to call auntie, even in the village where she used to, she said, yes, it's because I've built a nice house in the village. Even though I live there by myself, everybody calls me auntie. If I was living here in poverty, they'll call me a witch. Oh, yeah. Yes. So we don't want to be dependent grandparents and old people. We want to be self-reliant, and that is why these investments were made. That's all. So they should stop. They should come again. And even then, all that they should come again to tell us is that they're not touching our pensions. That's all. There's nothing else to be done about it.
Hey, Wesley girls, boy, you speak English. The woman said, whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper.
Hey, come and tell us whippersnapper. Why are you shaking your head? Yeah, I'm shaking it because the thing is shaking me. William, good morning. The thing is shaking me. The woman said whippersnapper.
So, I mean, you put all of this together. Can you really accept what the president is saying about protecting incomes and pensions when the pension bondholders forum, they said that come 8th May, they will resume the picketing, because why have you said you exempt them from the DDEP and yet payments don't come on time? You promised a payment and you are in arrears, but yet you say you are going to protect the incomes, you're going to protect the pensions. We're not seeing you show working. On paper, it doesn't appear that that is what is happening. So for me, yesterday, May Day, was it was very telling. The mood was very palpable. I am
Helen. I am take your time. Right? Yeah, I am William. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that I would stick to Lawyer Kwebu's stance on the president. And when he said that the president has checked out.
Checked out how? The man is still president.
No, I mean, figuratively.
Like, he's not with us anymore.
Anything he has said before, and as Mr. Osingame and others were saying, Adam Bonai and others are saying, the man should begin to walk the talk, because he has a few months to live. Because the promises and talking.
Yeah,
did he need Mayday to go and talk about his resolve to fix Boko?
Well,
you know what I mean? I mean, he could have done those things, before them. Because maybe people want to hear something about the economy. How you
about their pockets.
Yeah, because they're, so at the end of the day, they're taking it to
But come to think of it, he has not spoken about Boko prior to this. The only thing was that there was, a back and forth from the court, a court order, government, writing, and the back and forth, the withdrawal of the court order and everything else. But he hadn't spoken about Boko.
I also want to assure all Ghanaians that no individual or institutional investor, including pension funds, and government treasury bills or instruments, will lose their money as a result of our ongoing IMF negotiations. There will be no haircuts. So I urge all of you to ignore the false rumors. Just as in the banking sector cleanup, government ensured that the 4.6 million depositors affected by the exercise did not lose their deposits.
Okay, President, we hear you. We believe you. Yeah, that's the least we can do. Well,
you see what I'm saying? What did you just play? This thing, Charlie, it has tickled my ear since 1957.
And yet, here
you know what I mean? So, and when the statement was made.
Maybe it's a remix.
When
It's a
this
remix
thing-
version.
Charlie
of
Johnnie.
Killer Cat, blah.
Quite frankly,
And so on and so forth.
is it that the head of state or the chief executive of the country, the president must be making statements all the time? We should be seeing action more.
Yeah, but even with the statements, we're not really seeing it. We wanted to hear from him more on Boku, more on the Ashaiman case, obviously on Galamsey, that report that came out. The president has a lot to tell us. I think we need one of these fellow Ghanaians' addresses to hit on a lot of the points. But I think for most Ghanaians, the average Ghanaian really at this point is on survival mode.
Yeah.
So really we want to hear about the economy. Even the finance minister, the last that I think most Ghanaians saw was that he was out and about in Europe seeking help. We know that there were engagement with the Chinese. So I think, as a country, we need some update. We've sort of been left to our own devices. But what really is the situation on the ground? In December, when the MPP party wanted to dissuade its MPs from seeing the finance minister out, they were adamant that that IMF deal was coming in December. As at that time, they issued a communique that, hold on, by December, fine. You had the likes of Gabi Ochudaku saying that this is the fastest SLA, staff level agreement we've ever had. That means that deal is so imminent. Any day now. We had, there were rumors of us being on the calendar. Was it March or April?
Yeah.
March has gone, April has gone, May
The
is here.
economy has not
no
collapsed,
word.
by the way. Because we're told that by March, if we didn't get the IMF deal,
The economy.
it has not collapsed.
Well, the responses I saw on social media was that it has already collapsed. So let's just go. We move. I collapsed.
It's collapsed and the president still drives in the convoy. Boss.
Those are the issues. So I'm thinking and I'm expecting that, look, the president will come and show us such as prophylactic Ellen will say, such optics.
Are you Papa Bisu?
Such optics. Because also
they are important too.
Yes, they are.
People have
To show
said
the
that-
people that look.
have said we should forget about this optics chart, and that when we talk about cutting down, that those sorts of monies that will be recouped are so insignificant, we should pipe down with that talk. And I'm thinking, for me, the psychology is very, very important. Even if it's not if it's bringing 20 million cedis only, as people say, this one to bring or every little
Every
drop
penny counts. Every peso counts.
Those who talk like that, I agree with them. And my understanding is that they may not have a full grasp of politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because politics is not... You see, politics, the dynamics of politics are so much and so delicate that if somebody doesn't understand, I agree. Because look, somebody may be going to the polls and having, like, he started with an MP, he had about 80%, you come down 60%, 20%, he's always losing, but he will go and be every time the people are voting for him.
Yeah.
There's something that he does to touch the people. You know what I mean? So
Last minute tactics.
yeah, so you don't sit and just depend on data. Just depend on
But
this.
there are also
just depend on the
people-
figures that we get from the cuts, as they are saying.
Yeah.
But William, there are also people who are not in touch with the reality. They don't queue to buy fuel. Their lights have not gone up before. Each time it goes off, the generator kicks in. Water is flowing. If it's not Ghana water, there's a borehole, there's some treatment plants in their home.
So if the politician is doing something,
yes.
he doesn't see.
So they don't see. They don't drive through traffic. There's always a convoy that's... So when you talk about how a bowl of wachi has moved from 3 cities to 8 cities,
they don't care.
They don't see it because
They don't see it.
they don't
so
actually go to the market
insignificant
to.
for them.
They
Yeah,
only
that's what
ask the chef in the kitchen, I want to eat wachi, and it's brought before them. I want kinky, and the kinky is sliced. They don't queue at Awonye's place to buy
That's why I
kinky.
say I understand them. They may not be
No,
right,
no.
too. They may not be right,
Yes.
but I understand them.
Yes, you have to understand them.
You have to, because that's
they are,
their reality.
They are not part
It is
of
like
you.
Johnny dashing me 1,000. They won't tear his pocket.
Boss,
That's true.
boss, that's
this-
that's propaganda.
Yes.
Please. beg
I
you.
mean, 1,000
big
here
man.
and
Don't push it.
1,000
Don't.
there.
It's propaganda.
Okay.
It's
Charlie,
propaganda.
claim it to.
I beg you, it's propaganda.
Say hallelujah.
In the meantime, it's propaganda. In the meantime, it's propaganda.
This 1,000, if somebody gets that 1,000 to transform his whole
Charlie.
domestic economy, you know what I mean? So I
I
understand
told
them.
you about my friend who I took to the eatery who he didn't eat the food.
Yeah.
And this food I just ate. He didn't.
And this is the bigger story of Ghanaians, not those who are living well and living. They don't travel. No.
Yeah.
Chief, they don't look. You know, Accra, we have Garura.
Yes. Yes. I can't blow all those
Master,
places.
people are in Accra and they think
What it beyond Utinibi, all those places.
I was talking to somebody, he told that the kind of people who come to Achimota Mall are like different from the kind of people who come to Accra Mall. I do know where Accra Mall is situated, very close to the airport. And you know, people who live near the airport, they fly more than people who live far away from the airport.
This is facts.
Look at the communities around the airport.
But if you
live in those areas and you are talking about Accra, they won't understand. They'll be thinking London.
You're talking,
They'll be thinking Dubai. They'll be thinking Amsterdam.
They'll be thinking Makola for you or
Kaja. Your friends will say that. I agree with them. Ghana is not there. I keep saying we are not there yet. The development that we are talking about, we've done a lot since 1957. But we are still.
But
have we acknowledged that we are not there
That's
yet?
the point. And I was saying the other day that, you see, those who hand down this pain to us as currency, somebody should hold that pain and destroy it and don't hand it over again. That's the mentality that we should. When the leader of UAE stood on the top of his palace and looked at the place, he said, no, this place should be transformed in the next 30 years. He wanted to hand down something in 30 years, and are we not there yet? So don't come and repeat the same thing. If you're a president, you want to enjoy like a monarch in a developing country, stop it there and let's see another thing. That's why I don't even like coups, because they come and tell us that, and they also in the end they kill people and chill.
And they also
like
just
that. So the coup was supposed to stop the pain. Is that not the matter?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what they told us.
But we've been exposed. I think slowly but surely the cracks are starting to show. I mean, if every engagement you have now, like the president yesterday speaking with Japanese Prime Minister, please help us because where we find ourselves right now, all of the engagements, all of the conversations with the external leaders, it's all about begging and help us. We've been exposed.
But then a few months ago, even today, if you like, do a cursory listen of radio stations and TV stations, you still have people from the stock of the government telling us that it's COVID, Russia, Ukraine, and blaming it on everything else but what we have created for ourselves.
That is true.
And that's where you've already detached yourself from the problem. You're saying it wasn't me. You are not part of it in any single way. Yet you expect the people to travel along with you. They can't trust you.
No.
There's no trust. Because if you want the people to know and acknowledge that you're willing to solve the problem, you must come clean. So far, the government has not come clean. Yesterday, when I listened to the president, I just played back what he had told us, what Oforiatta had told us, what John Kumar told us, what Kojo Ponkroma told us, what Otribefi had told us, about 9 of them, what Stephen Amo had told us. And I was just thinking, oh Lord, not again. And this is organized labor. When organized labor threatened that they were going on strike, you saw the speed with which government responded, because that would have shut down the whole economy. So why are we still adamant on touching their pension? Because some of them earn as low as 1,600, 1,200, 1,300. Some even earn as low as 650 Ghana cedis as their pension. You want to touch that so that they do what? Because by the time they leave office, and William was telling us that, by the time they leave office, because of the pressures of the work, they're going home with BP, diabetes, kidney, whatever it is. So how much does a dialysis cost per day?
Very expensive.
BP medicine per month. If they have liver issues, they have to take their medications or go for some treatment. They have to watch their meal, their diets. They have to move away from